I was a selfish bitch in my marriage. I've been divorced now almost 4 years, but I was married to my ex-husband 16 years and with him 18 years. And again, I was a selfish bitch. Nothing was ever good enough. I took him for granted. He seriously rolled out the red carpet for me. He was sweet, kind, generous. He told me how much he loved me 5 times a day. He told me how beautiful I was every day. If he'd wake me up in the morning, because he knows I love massages, wake me up rubbing my shoulders. He'd rub my feet every evening while we were watching TV. If I said, for example, oh, I'm craving a Dr. Pepper, he'd be like, okay, let me go to the corner store and get it. He adored me. He was amazing. Like on paper, it's what every girl wants. Seriously. And yeah, I took it for granted. And now I lost that, right? And I carried a lot of guilt because I caused it. That's my biggest regret in life is not saving, the whole family aspect. The grass is not always greener on the other side, ladies. It's not, you know. I'm good now. I feel great and he's super happy with his girlfriend and honestly, I could not be happier for him because he deserved to be loved and cared about and respected as he should have always been. So I'm so happy that he's happy. Anyways, what I'm saying, ladies, the grass is not greener on the other side. If you have a good guy, take care of him. Take care of him. Trust me, there's nothing good out in these streets. He seriously set the bar. He set the bar. And ultimately, what I always wanted, I had all along. So we have good right in front of us and we don't know how to take care of it.
My choice was to be a stay-at-home mom, and now I have to be okay with my husband getting 50% custody of my kids, our kids. And then I also have to be okay with the fact that when they are with him, they are most likely going to be taken care of by a nanny or a babysitter. So instead of me getting to spend that time with my children, because I don't work and I'm home, I have to be okay with them spending time with a nanny. And I get it, he works, so he's gonna need some kind of help. But like, why can't I spend that extra time with my kids? Why is it okay that we're getting divorced and he gets 50-50 custody, but also gets to hire a babysitter because he's not a stay-at-home dad. He has to work. So like, why? I asked him if I could be his babysitter and he said no. He objected and declined. He said no as many times as he could say no, that's a no, that I cannot be his babysitter and I can't spend the time that he's at work with my kids like I have always done. Why is this okay? Like, why? So all of a sudden, you've never been able to pick our kids up from school. You've never been able to be home until 6:30 p.m., which I get maybe he didn't want to come home because I was here. But that's why I was a stay-at-home mom, because he worked and I could pick them up from school and do everything for them until he got home from work. But now, like, we're getting divorced and I have to be okay with losing. I lost my husband, I lost my family, and now I'm losing out on half of my kids' lives, and half of that time they're not even going to be with the other parent. They're going to be with a sitter. How's that okay? How's that okay? That is not okay. If I'm available, then I believe if he needs a babysitter, that I should be able to spend that time with my kids. Am I wrong about that? Like, they're my kids. Why should a babysitter get precedence over the mom? That's so strange to me. Why is that okay? Is that only in Florida? Y'all, please help. So y'all want to know the scariest thing, and it's happening to me now, is being a female, married. I'm 37. I have 2 kids. They're 5 and 7. And I've been a stay-at-home mom for the past 10 plus years. I have no income. I have no money. I use my husband's credit card and I use my husband's money. And 2 weeks ago, he told me that he wants to move forward with divorce. Today, I literally, like, I use an American Express credit card for everything. It's got my name on it, but obviously he pays the bill. He told me he's gonna cut it off, and I gotta, like, move all the automatic payments and stop using it. And he said, you need to start using your own card now. What card? I don't have a card. That is my card. Terrifying. I mean, I feel like a little girl who needs their mommy because I don't know how to take care of myself. I don't, like, it's just terrifying. Terrifying.
She is 4 years into a divorce, finally hitting that post-game analysis stage where the realization sinks in. She fumbled a Super Bowl ring for a couple of seasons of finding herself. She spent 18 years being treated like a deity. The man was rubbing her feet every night, delivering Dr. Peppers on command, and giving her a shoulder massage for a wake-up call. And she's sitting here admitting that even with the red carpet rolled out, she was bored. She treated his kindness like a weakness and his devotion like a chore. She didn't want a husband. She wanted a butler she could occasionally resent. She finally hopped the fence to check out that greener grass, only to realize the streets are a wasteland. Now she's watching him be a hero for a new woman who actually appreciates a guy who shows up, while she's left holding a bag of regret and guilt. She's trying to warn the sisterhood now, but the reality is she didn't value the good guy until he became another woman's great guy. She had the dream set up, but her internal wiring demanded conflict because peace felt too much like work. She's not just happy for him, she's haunted by the fact that she was the only problem in her own paradise.
Well, it's her own fault.
Look at the absolute state of this. She is staring down the barrel of a 50-50 custody split, and she's glitching because the free labour subscription has finally expired. She spent years treating his 9-to-5 like a personal lifestyle choice he made just to stay away from her. And now she's shocked, genuinely baffled, that the man wants to exercise his rights as a father without her being the supervisor. She is actually asking why she can't be his nanny. She wants to sit in his house, on his dime, during his time, just so she can keep that 24/7 stay-at-home mom identity alive, while he's the one out there grinding. She doesn't want to be a co-parent, she wants to be a permanent squatter in his new life. He said no as many times as humanly possible because he finally realized that paying a babysitter a few bucks an hour is infinitely cheaper than the psychological tax of having his ex-wife hovering over his shoulder in his own living room. She thinks it's about the kids. He knows it's about the peace. She's losing half her identity, and she's mad he won't let her use his custody time to get her fix. Welcome to the real world. If you want the perks of the partnership, you usually have to keep the partner.
Poor, deluded females.
She is 37 years old, has 2 school-age kids, and is currently experiencing a total system reboot because the infinite money glitch just got patched. She's staring at an Amex with her name on it, wondering why the magic plastic stopped working the second she stopped being a wife. She spent a decade treated like a grown woman, but she's out here admitting she feels like a little girl who needs her mommy. That is the psychological state of a woman who viewed a marriage as a permanent adoption agency. She's been a stay-at-home mum for 10 years, but the youngest is 7. That means for at least 2 years, she's been staying at home with an empty house and a gold card, and she's genuinely terrified that she might have to learn what a billing cycle is. He tells her to use her own card, and she hits him with, "What card?" She really thought the credit limit was an inheritance. She's not mourning the relationship, she's mourning the server she was tethered to. It's terrifying to her because for the first time in her adult life, she's realizing that husband isn't a career path with a pension. It's a voluntary contract that he just opted out of.
Facts.
Real men of genius.